Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tampa's brand new Raymond James Stadium. Tonight, the home of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers has been transformed into a magnificent Supercross venue for round number 6 of Pace Supercross. Before the 30-second board goes up, let's go down to Marty.
You mentioned that red light. He made sure that was on. He has intentions of letting everyone see it while he's out in front. He was very impressive in his heat race. The youngster from Costa Rica has dazzled this crowd so far, and his riding style, watch him when he hits those jumps, the way he preloads his legs and just brings his whole body right into flow.
He does have a great smooth technique, but what I haven't seen him do yet is come through the pack. This main event, if he gets the whole shot, it looks like he could run away, but can he come through the pack?
You almost have to let that pack part a little bit before making a move if you don't get the good start. The 125 main event from Tampa, Florida is underway, and who will get the whole shot? Number 23, Pro Circuit Split Fire, Nicholas Way. Nick Way, what a great start he got. And number 22, Stefan RONCADA, cuts in front of him, takes the lead.
Bad move right off the bat. Way going wide, left the door open. Nobody can do the triple the first time around, but RONCADA saw an opportunity and took it. Dostal
is in third. He's getting a big challenge from Fonseca. Number 100, the battle for third. As we take a look at our leader now, it's Stefan RONCADA, Yamaha of Troy. Of course, he's out of France, and he expects to win this race tonight.
RONCADA going for the triple just then, pulls away from the pack. Way and Fonseca didn't triple it. Fonseca really struggled off the starting line, but already into second place. So the answer is he can come through the pack.
He just answered your question, David Bailey. Moving into second place, making a good, clean, easy pass in those whoops. Our leader, Stefan RONCADA, has a 2.5-second lead on his teammate, Ernesto FONSECA from Costa Rica. And the battle for fifth, Broc SELLARDS and Talon Volan, their teammates. There's your winner in the 1990 race, Volan, who came back from Europe after competing the GPs at the request of Bobby Moore, the FMF team manager. The battle for third is on as well.
A little bit surprised that the FMF guys were battling with each other, approaching the triple. And neither one of them could do it. That's a triple that all the 125s are doing, and they lost valuable time.
Out in front, Stefan RONCADA, Fonseca behind him, both on Yamahas. The last and only 125 win here in Tampa for a Yamaha was 1993, when Chad Pedersen was on top of it. Horton now getting some pressure from Volan. Volan has won 125 races twice in his earlier career before going to Europe. I think the other one was Houston. He won one each season. Moving up the challenge, Horton.
Looked like he had that pass made. They're both closing on Nick Way.
So it's Nick Way, Horton, and Volan with Broc SELLARDS.
Beautiful. I'm
surprised we don't see more of a charge from SELLARDS.
Volan makes the pass that time, Art. Volan is really on the move. He came from a pretty poor start. He didn't ride the first couple of laps that smooth either, but he is really putting on a charge now.
Well, he'd be the first to admit he's not the greatest Supercross rider in the world, and there the Volan makes the move.
That's the second time Way has just gone wide. He's got to cover that inside on a track like this. Uh-oh, Volan has gone down.
And so he restarts that FMF support team Honda.
There goes.
As we go back to our leader. So Volan started ninth, went up to third, and now has crashed.
He lost 2 positions. His teammate SELLARDS got by, and then Way. All that work to get by those guys. One mistake, and they both go right back by him.
RONCADA winning in '97 at St. Louis, as well as Pontiac. He ended up second in Eastern Supercross that year.
Getting close between RONCADA and Fonseca now. Fonseca making a last-ditch effort.
It's interesting to see what kind of lap time they're turning here, David. There's Fonseca. RONCADA almost looks surprised. Fonseca and his teammate
Just under 1:10 is the pace these guys are running. I think the pace of Fonseca that lap was probably faster since he caught and passed him.
Stefan RONCADA protecting his territory. 4 laps to go. Can you imagine if you're Eric Kehoe and your team manager of these guys?
Well, hopefully he's done his job and these guys know how to race together without causing any problems. And you know, I think what may have happened there, Art, is this is just a guess, is that RONCADA got out front, had a little lead, got comfortable. All of a sudden he found himself having to respond to the challenges of Fonseca, who he thought he'd already put away.
You know what impresses me, though, about Fonseca, though? He's not getting over-energetic either. And here Fonseca out jumps RONCADA. Ernesto Fonseca. Oh, my goodness.
And he gets a big lead right there, too, because down that straightaway, they just double through. RONCADA wasn't able to do one of the key doubles there. Boy, Fonseca is a lot like Casey Johnson in the West Coast, just dominating right now.
He's got a 5-second lead on his teammate Stefan RONCADA as he nears the checkered flag. The whoop section, the left turn, and it becomes his very first professional victory. Fonseca with the checkers. RONCADA right behind him. Yamaha of Troy. You know, the outstanding fact is that in 14 years of 125 East racing, 11 winners of the first round have gone on to win the championship. Welcome to the Georgia Dome in Atlanta, Georgia. While the Falcons filled this venue on their incredible climb to the Super Bowl, SUPERCROSS has always packed this beautiful facility since they moved indoors from Fulton County Stadium. Some good names here in this 125 Eastern Division, which is proving to have more depth, actually, than the 125 West. 125 West had the first 5 races of the season, and this is the second race of the year for the 125 Eastern Division. The 30-second board is up. It'll go sideways any moment now. In fact, right now it's sideways, and that gate's going to drop here in Atlanta, Georgia for our 125 main event. The future superstars are underway. RONCADA, a very bad start as they blow the hay bales away. Guess who's out in front? Number 100, but Talon Bolden in second place.
Well, this time it's not his teammate that he's together with. It's Talon Bolden, who got a terrible start of the Tampa main event last weekend. Now he gets a chance to take a shot at Fonseca in the first lap.
Broc Sellards has moved into third, getting around Yuri Dostal. Talon Bolden slipping up, number 27. Broc Sellards taking advantage of it. So right now we might have a Yamaha of Troy FMF rivalry in this race.
Talon Bolden came up way short on the triple and has pulled to the back of the pack. I think he's out for the main event, Art.
Unfortunate. They're really hoping that Talon does a good job on the outdoors this year. This is the first time in 7 years he's had to jump double jumps after his motocross career went to Europe and the GPs. But right now, Broc Sellards is 3 seconds behind our leader, number 100, Ernesto Fonseca. Josh Demuth came on strong in the main event last week.
It's going to be the guys that are smarter, especially in this big crowd right here. Let's see one little mistake right there. Number 57, Dostal, getting in there, trying to be a little bit too aggressive and actually cost him some time.
Dostal in 11th in the first opening round at Tampa, number 57. And there's Talon Bolden. Very disappointed, I'm sure. What a great shot that is. It shows you how cavernous those whoops are in those technical areas.
And we're looking at the back sides. If we see the angle they're seeing all the ruts, much like what you're seeing coming out of that berm right there.
Here comes Robbie Horton, number 59. Horton out of Blackview, Tennessee. Holding him off, though, is Demuth.
Because of the stickiness of the soil, you see these guys going back and forth. That pass is going to stick. The outside line there seems to be a little bit faster, but you see when they land off the triples, there's ruts as well because this soil is so soft. It's a lot like what they dealt with in Seattle. Oh!
Demuth goes flying through the air. Yes, and it looks like Fonseca is getting a little bit more cautious now as RONCADA makes the move. RONCADA into third place. Boy, he's done this the hard way.
There you go. Give your rider some inspiration. That's the kind of signals. I think he may have stuck that out there and shown the leader, Fonseca, that.
Yeah.
You don't want to give up too much. Maybe put something in Fonseca's head.
Jean-Michel Bayle, of course, a champion from France. We've never had a non-U.S. citizen win the 250 here in Atlanta, but we've had one non-U.S. citizen win here in Atlanta, and that was Mikel Pichon in the 125 ranks. I'll never forget the get-off that he had at the top of the arc of a triple. He decided to get off, and he later admitted that was not a good decision, but there was a bike underneath him, and he had no control over the situation, and he was lucky that he wasn't hurt. He went on to win the championship that year. Ernesto Fonseca on his final lap.
We have had some good shots. He was just surfing his bike 30 feet high. Fonseca looks like he's going to be able to hang on, but Sellards was close.
This would be Yamaha's third win in the Atlanta Dome in the 125 action. Ernesto Fonseca has taken his second main event checkered flag in 2 races. From the gateway to the west, St. Louis, Missouri, it's Supercross from the Trans World Dome. Art Ekman, David Bailey, and Davey Coombs ready to bring you all the action. The fans here in St. Louis anxious to see if this young 17-year-old from Costa Rica can make it 4 for 4.
We see
Nick Way, 23.
he is lined up all the way on the outside, coming out of the last chance qualifier to make the main event. You got Jason Thomas, Robbie Skaggs, Jason McCormick, and then Nick Way, who we just saw.
That's a lot of potential talent having to go to the LCQ, and they're revving it up at the 125 from St. Louis is underway. Broc Sellards good position, but he goes down. Broc Sellards is down. Fonseca is down. Fonseca up and running again. He's in 18th spot. Fonseca is in 18th spot.
Evans, we saw number 81 just get going right there, but Fonseca was able to get up first, so he's still ahead of Sellards, but
Kelly Smith on a KTM is our leader, number 64. There is Fonseca. He has 15 laps to battle back. This kind of reminds me of quite a while ago in San Jose when I first saw Jeremy McGrath and he crashed. He was in last place. Buddy Antonez, his Team Peak Pro Circuit teammate, was out in the lead, and McGrath in 15 laps was able to go through the entire field.
off to the right of the screen. Gets in there, watch the front end, just tuck under. And Fonseca right there hits his back tire and high sides, but watch how fast Fonseca gets going. He's already up and gone. Sellards is still trying to get back on the motorcycle.
Kelly Smith from London on a KTM is starting to pull a lead now on Tyler Evans on a Suzuki. Boy, what a big surprise here in St. Louis.
What I love about this sport, Art, we got guys that look great all day. They got the momentum, they got the wins, the confidence. That start and first turn, just never know. You got the two heavy favorites right now, only a couple of riders in between them, way in the back of the pack.
And there he makes another pass.
Now he's already completely up side by side with Nick Way.
And Nick Way was in 11th when he started this trip around the track.
Look at that, and Fonseca just rides right around him and keeps on going, puts a rider between himself and Way. So Way would have to look at this in the end if he can't hang with him and know that he had his opportunity should Fonseca catch up, finish on the podium.
Tyler Evans, number 66, making the move now for the lead. Tyler Evans and Kelly Smith closing it up, and they are at least 5 seconds in front of the third place rider. With 10 laps to go, I think the big key right now is the time spread, not just the riders he's passing.
Right, well, he just jumps over another one right there.
So Fonseca leaps into 5th place as the leaders are a long way away from him. Let's go down to Davey Coombs.
You know, I've been standing down here racking my brain, guys. I don't think a KTM has ever won a Supercross in America in the 125 class or the 250 class. I think that's why Mike Weiser's got such a panicked look on his face.
What a great victory that would be for the factory KTM as Ernesto Fonseca tries to catch up with our leader, number 64, Kelly Smith. Who would have thunk it?
I'm pretty sure that the lap time of this guy right here is probably closer to 58, maybe 57.
Fonseca in third. Only Jimmy Neese and Kelly Smith ahead of him.
Look at the time he makes up. Tripling right there. Tripling again. The 250s were doing that. I haven't seen any 125s do it.
He looks so cool for a professional rookie.
It reminds me a little bit of the style of Donnie Hansen.
Here's the battle for second place. Ernesto Fonseca, number 100, after going down in 18th position, has battled all the way back in a sortie for second place with number 69, Jimmy Neese, out of North Carolina. Here comes Ernesto. Look out, the Costa Rican makes easy move of it, easy move. Here comes Jimmy Neese back to the inside, trying to recoup second place. A good battle going on between these two.
Well, this is a great battle, and it's all good news for these guys. Looking like they got a great shot at the podium, but the bad news is our leader can look in his rearview mirror and see Fonseca now. Unbelievable the amount of time that Ernesto has been able to make up. He is approaching the swoop section. The leader is just at the exit, so the gap is down to about 3 seconds.
A white flag, Kelly Smith in the KTM, Ernesto Fonseca, Yamaha of Troy. The lap riders getting out of the way. Good sportsmanship to let these two battle it down to the wire.
Well, this is what I wanted to see, Art. I wanted to see how Ernesto would respond to having to come from behind like this.
Ernesto Fonseca getting in a position now to try to make a pass on Kelly Smith. Kelly Smith doesn't want to blow it either. This is his finest finish, and they collide. Kelly Smith goes down. Ernesto Fonseca takes over first, and a bad break for Kelly Smith.
Well, Ernesto was going for it there, tried to triple that. That's what he's been doing, but he just ran out of room. They clipped handlebars, and that sent Kelly to the ground. I know Ernesto, he's got to be sorry. He didn't mean for that to happen, but he was being aggressive, trying to win the race.
It obviously wasn't a move that he tried to put him down, that's for sure, as Ernesto slowly moving toward the finish line.
It wouldn't be surprised as he takes a checkered flag, Art, to see him ride over and see how he's doing.
As Jimmy Neese comes across in second, his finest finish, and Yuri Dostal will make the podium on
what
the
a
Primal
shame.
Suzuki.
Yeah, he leads this thing all the way like that. Watch Ernesto, he's going to double right here and then triple. Right. See him come down right on the arm of Smith.
Whoa, what a ride. Oh, slamming into the face of that jump.
Yeah, at least he didn't get collected with the motorcycle. That could have been a little worse. He tried to jump right off, step over the handlebars, and what an amazing ride for Ernesto. I know he didn't mean for that to happen, but sometimes it does. That's racing.
So Ernesto now is 4 out of 4 on the young 125 season, and there goes a very disappointed Kelly Smith. All kinds of action here at our 125 main event. The winner, Ernesto Fonseca, 4 for 4. Well, let's go down to Davey Coombs right now.
Guys, I'm down here at the winner's circle. This is not good. Kelly Smith has not taken this loss very well. Ernesto Fonseca rode over to congratulate him and at least check on him, see if he was okay, and see what happened with that accident. Kelly had nothing to do with it. He pushed him. The AMA official separated him. Now he's back, and that's Dean Baker, Corey Worth, Kenny German, some of the Honda Troy, or rather Yamaha Troy guys checking on him. Not a good thing.
46,166 screaming people in the crowd.
From the historic Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan, it's round 13 to Pace Supercross. This is Art Ekman along with former champion David Bailey and Racer X publisher Davey Coombs to bring you the action. The last round was a barn-burning affair with Fonseca winning it. The number 64, Kelly Smith, was on the way to winning on the last lap when someone fell out of the sky onto his bike.
It's been a kind of a weird situation ever since, but you know, there's no hard feelings. I know it was an accident, maybe just not a wise decision, but you know, it's over and I'm over it. I'm just ready to go race.
Kelly Smith disappointed, but realizes now after seeing the tape so far, David Bailey, that that's racing.
Well, you know, if I was him, I'd be a little disappointed, though, because he was pretty much in the way of Fonseca, and I understand the aggression. That's how Fonseca has won 4 in a row, by being aggressive, but there really wasn't any room for him to triple there.
The 30-second board has been up some time as we anticipate the start of our 125 main. The superstars of the future. The top riders, don't forget, will gather in Las Vegas for the 125 East-West Shootout. We're almost set to go from the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. They're off and running. Who will get the hole shot? Fonseca gets there first. Fonseca, who hasn't gotten every hole shot this year, seems to get the important ones, David Bailey.
Yes, he does. And Nick Way, that inside paid off for him. He got a good jump, controlled the first corner. Gives Fonseca a little bump right there.
Way in second, Broc Sellards in third. He'll give him a real battle.
Well, you got the 3 favorites right now running out front. Should be exciting.
Joining us in the booth, Casey Johnson, who started off with a house of fire, like a house of fire in that 125 West before getting injured. Your observations, you see your teammate rubbing it with Nick Way, and Fonseca goes down. Nick Way got a good edge on him there. Well, what do you think, Casey?
Well, I mean, that was a pretty good move on Nick Way's part, but Ernesto left the door wide open.
Ernesto Fonseca is back in 7th position. That's plenty of time in 15 laps.
Well, plus he's mad. I guarantee you he's mad now. And you know what? I applaud Way for going out and attacking him. He bumped him once up in the loop that goes into the stands, which they're approaching now, and then he came back out and went for the inside pass.
I think Mitch Payton had a good talk with Nick Way.
Let's take another look at the bump, David Bailey.
Well, first of all, you're going to see the bump right on the swing arm. He gets right into the, tries to spin him around. He almost spins out himself, number 23. Nick Way right there. And the second time, he just comes right in, takes the line away. Fonseca, I think, was surprised by that. Really wasn't able to react.
And look at this. Nick Way and Broc Sellards going at it down the loop section. Way, Sellards, Danny Smith, bang, 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 and Fonseca not that far away in 4th.
Casey, when you got to come from behind like this, you know you got 3 tough riders ahead of you. What's going through your mind?
Well, first of all, he just wants to remain calm, and not do any mistakes. This is going to be a good race. Got Kawasaki guy and 2 Hondas up there, so and all these 3 guys are capable of winning.
Danny Smith looks like down again.
And we're getting a collection of riders as they can't get the bike out of the way.
Well, you can see the flagger right here. He should be actually get out into the racetrack where people can see him. There's an AMA official out there doing a little bit more good than the flagger was, and that's what caused that. There was in a blind spot. While that was happening, Fonseca made a huge mistake. Lost a little bit more time to the great battle we're looking at out front.
Could this be the breaking of a string of victories for Ernesto Fonseca?
Well, Sellards did his best job he could in their heat race earlier this evening to try to beat Fonseca in a heat race.
Boy, that was exciting, too.
Almost did it. Fonseca still got him in the last corner.
Sellards to the inside on Nick Way. Oh, the fans are loving it here at the Silverdome. They're on their feet for the 125 main event.
This is a great battle, don't you think, Casey? But they may be slowing each other down a little bit.
They might be slowing each other down a little bit. Looks like Ernie might be riding a little tense trying to catch up. But
Broc Sellards has really needed this as a breakthrough win for him this year. Can Way hold it off? Can he stay on the podium?
Oh, I thought he just made the mistake that was going to drop him to 3rd, but coming up short on the triple there, but Fonseca did it as well. He's got to be pretty tired right now after going down the way he did.
Looks like he's thinking more of Fonseca than what's in front of him, though.
Well, he only goes for the double there.
Whoa, and Fonseca went for the triple. Nick Way with the edge goes to the inside. Let's see if Fonseca now can zip through the whoops and move into 2nd.
That was a pretty easy pass. You can see both these guys are exhausted from giving it all they've got to get to this point.
As Sellards goes up into that peristyle, up into the stands, he is the leader with Fonseca in 2nd, Way in 3rd, Ohoff in 4th. Demuth in 5th, Skaggs 6th, Horton 7th, Dostal in 8th position.
That looked pretty cool from up here. He just laid that thing flat. Crowd liked it. He's got another triple yet before he gets to the finish line, John.
That's one of those things to do on the last lap when you're leading. You just try to whip it, and you're so excited, you just want to do anything, you know?
There's Brock's older brother. His name is Marcus, and man, does he have a smile on his face. Pulling for his brother, number 27.
You know, his brother works with Brock so much. You know, I've stayed at Brock's house, and this just must be a great feeling for the whole family, and I'm really proud of him.
The checkers for Broc SELLARDS. So taking a look at the 125-point situation now, Fonseca, of course, still in the number one, well, he's in the driver's seat with 122 points. But now, Nick Way's third-place performance here tonight moves him into second in the points, 15 points behind Ernesto Fonseca. The 125 riders now surveying the track on their parade lap. Number 100, Ernesto Fonseca. Number 23, you see right there, Nicholas Way. 1 and 2 in the points as we take a look at the Suzuki point standings. Fonseca with a 37-point lead. If Way should win tonight, Fonseca needs only 13 points. He needs an 8th place finish to win the 125 East Crown. Number 100. Ernesto Fonseca with the title on the line. Broc SELLARDS, number 27, looking for his second win. Robbie Horton in our picture.
Well, if I were SELLARDS, I'd want to line up just to the inside of Fonseca. I asked Kevin, actually, before he went back downstairs, where would you line up? He told me the exact same spot that Fonseca has picked.
This is only the second 125 race in New Orleans history as far as Supercross, and SELLARDS gets the big beat on Fonseca. It's Robbie Horton, number 59, in the battle there with Robbie Skaggs, number 50.
Hard, the big three, SELLARDS, Fonseca, and Way are mid-pack right now.
Jason McCormick has moved into third. Demuth is in fourth.
Look at Fonseca.
Yuri Dostal's in fifth. Boy, that's a surprise. It's going to be interesting to see how they break this down, because right behind Yuri Dostal is Broc SELLARDS and Fonseca. Robbie Skaggs from Lawrence, Kansas, and Jason McCormick out of the Pacific Northwest, Vancouver, Washington.
Fonseca just jumps his way past Dostal.
Fonseca now has moved into fourth, and he's a good 4.5, 5 seconds behind the lead pack.
Watch that. That gap's going to shrink quick because of the fact that Fonseca has timing out there. It's not that he's that much more aggressive than anyone else. He's just got better lines in a few places on the racetrack. His lap times are going to be about 1.5 seconds or 2 faster than these three.
SELLARDS looks for a move to the inside, but can't quite make it. Our 125 main event from the Superdome in New Orleans.
Look at SELLARDS, works to the inside, back to the outside. Comes up, SELLARDS gone hard.
Goes over the bar.
He wheelied into the face of that triple. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to return. He knocked himself a little bit crooked there.
Is that Bob Moore with him?
Yes.
I think he crashed right next to his team manager. Yes, Bob Moore, who was famous for his GP riding and who incidentally is going to suit up for Glen Helen. I asked him, did FMF run out of riders? He said, no, I'm just feeling good about it. Let's check it out now and see once again what Broc SELLARDS did, David.
Well, watch. He's going to try to square off Dostal. Well, watch his approach to the triple. He's going to wheelie. What happens is he bounces into the face, the suspension rebounds, plus he was too far to the left. He clips a tough box and over the bar.
That call for patience. There's still quite a few laps left, David Bailey.
Well,
McCormick shows him a wheel. Here's the assault on Horton. McCormick, they touched wheels. Fonseca goes into second. Horton bobbling, coming out of the berm. Here comes Ernesto. 1 bike length going into the turn.
here's the double.
Fonseca makes the pass as he approaches the triple. Let's go down to Davy Combs.
Hey, check it out. Ernesto Fonseca's from Costa Rica, but he's got so many fans that flew up here for this race to see the championship. They got banners that say Costa Rica supports you. Right here behind me is his parents. They're already in the winner's circle ready to celebrate it.
The sports hero of the tiny Central American country of Costa Rica. I don't know if you've been there, David Bailey, but it is a beautiful country, and it's a wonderful country to ride on two wheels around. Ernesto not very far away from the 125 East Crown.
He's better off just continues riding fast. If he slows down, he starts clipping the top of the thing, it's giving me a little scared.
He needed an 8th to win, but he won the race. Ernesto Fonseca, the Checkers, and the new 125 Eastern champion. The flags are really jumping up and down now as he goes over toward Kenny Germain, his mechanic. There's Ernie Kehoe, the team manager of Yamaha of Troy.
That's right. They're celebrating the first championship of the night down here in the first year pro career. Ernesto, congratulations.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It's been a great year for me, and this is just what I've been working for. It feels really good, and I'm stoked that I did it.
You know what's cool is you rebounded really well from the first pro defeat of your career. You come out here tonight, you rode solid the whole time, and hey, this has got to be like a home race for you, all these fellow Costa Ricans here.
I know, a lot of people, it surprises me. So many people from Costa Rica, they feel like I'm at home, and a little tired at the beginning, but I'm just glad I did it. The track was really hard, rutted, and it was just tough, but I'm glad I did it. I want to thank the whole Yamaha crew, Ernie Kehoe, Dean Baker, my mechanic Kenny Germain, Bill, the truck driver for getting our bikes to the races every weekend, Rudy, and it's just a really good feeling.
All right, good job. Hey, show us that #1 plate they just gave you.
Ready now for the final 125cc, 15 laps, 22 riders. There's Fonseca. Boy, I'll tell you what, he has been extremely powerful.
The guy doesn't lose very often, and the only rider that's been able to beat him was Broc SELLARDS, and he still made a race out of that. You never get tired of this. You just can't shake the nerves. Paul, in all the years I raced, these moments, these last seconds before the gate drop, they always got nervous.
Forward is sideways. Focus on the gate.
Fonseca.
Oh, but Fonseca has an early challenge. Fonseca, blue bike back into second place.
As Jerry Dostal jumps in there and takes advantage.
Michigan's Dostal now with Fonseca charging him. Wonder if that isn't kind of like the McGrath scenario. You don't want to really hack Fonseca off. Fonseca now moves for the lead. Still, Dostal stays there. The man from Michigan gives the challenge.
Fonseca just makes this look so easy. Just rides right around the outside, makes the pass stick. No one really goes in there and challenges him. It just surprises me. If I had Dostal's opportunity, I would have got in there and probably been a little bit more aggressive, ride a wider bike, as they say, or cut out there and take the line away. Harrington getting over that double jump. A little bit different timing between he and Kelly Smith. About the same speed. Whoa!
Whoa! Tyler Evans, California, gets it down, but gets right back on it. But still, he was up there where he could begin a challenge on Kelly Smith. That cost him.
You don't move Kelly Smith around too easily. He's built like a linebacker. He's tough.
Danny Smith racing out of Idaho.
Andy Harrington doesn't get to ride all these races. He's had a lot of friends. Here's a true privateer. This kid's working on his own bike, having friends hauling around the country for him. He lives in El Cajon. He is aggressive, putting the pressure on right now, trying to steal second.
Harrington working hard on Dostal. Dostal trails Fonseca by 1.1 second last time around. Also right there is 64, Kelly Smith.
And the FMF riders behind him. Both Danny Smith and then SELLARDS. SELLARDS really has an opportunity to, and I think the speed to go out and challenge Fonseca, but there's no way now unless Fonseca goes down. Fonseca's not even in the same County. He's gone.
Smith gets around Harrington. Nice challenge, nice pass. Marty Reed?
Well, Danny Smith has a lot to be riding for, Paul, because he's tied for 5th with Jimmy Neese. So if he finishes ahead of Neese, where he is right now, 5th place in the points is him, and it's all money at the end of the year.
Sellards really needs to get past these guys if he wants to have a chance.
Fights back there with Danny Smith, Kelly Smith. 12 to go now.
If he makes one mistake, he couldn't just lose a position. He'd lose 4 or 5. He's got to ride a perfect race from here on out. These guys will not leave him alone, especially Danny Smith. This young kid doesn't look like he's old enough to ride, but he is talented. He has the skills. He has the training. He's gaining experience race after race.
Look side by side, 3 of them battle there. As you look at the 125s, David Bailey, certainly Fonseca, a 250 rider of the future. Who else are we watching?
Well, potentially all these guys, but I like the fact that Danny Smith is such a charger. He has a great work ethic. He caught Bob Hanna's eye up in Idaho. Also, Broc Sellards, number 27, at the tail end of this battle. I really like his attitude. He's a good kid, and I think he has the skills, and he's already proven he can win. He beat Fonseca. Nobody else will be able to figure out how to do that.
Dostal still riding in second. Fonseca, I'll tell you what, he is having a tremendous day. Almost now a full straightaway on everything else. 64. Gets in big trouble. That, of course, is Kelly Smith from Michigan.
You'll see him take his time.
Careful through here. Wants to make sure everybody knows he's alongside.
You see now that it's the white flag nearing the end of the race. He let that lap time dive all the way to almost 59 seconds. So he's not that worried about this rider right here, Danny Smith, who just saluted the crowd. He's going to be happy with his second place finish. And that's obviously no threat to number 100.
Looks like he's going to be more than happy. Fonseca certainly could recognize that he is on his way to victory. At this point, probably figuring out what kind of show I'm going to give the crowd when I cross the finish line jump.
That's exactly what I was just thinking. That last lap, if you got a big enough lead, I love the way he does that corner, too. Jumps right in there. Great timing. All he's thinking about is what maneuver to pull on the finish line jump.
And saying, don't mess it up. Very nice. Ernesto Fonseca from Costa Rica, number 100. He takes the victory. Going away. There comes second place, Idaho's Danny Smith. He finishes in second.
From Sam Boyd Stadium, home of the Runnin' Rebels of UNLV, it's the final round of Supercross, bringing the curtain down on the 25th anniversary year.
I talked with Nathan and asked him what it feels like having number 1 on his bike. He just got a big grin. He couldn't really put it into words, but I shared with him a story. I went to walk the track, came back when I was number 1 for the first time, walked up to the wrong motorcycle. Wait a minute, oh that's right, I'm number 1 now.
That's our former champion, David Bailey's. The 32nd card is up. We're just about ready for the 125 West versus East shootout in Las Vegas.
These riders will back all the way up to the post. It won't let them back up any further off the gate. Try to keep as much distance between their front wheel and the gate. And they try to anticipate, roll forward slightly, and time it just right. It's tough to start, Art. You gotta have the quickest reflexes, but the smoothest delivery.
The David Coombs Memorial Shootout from Las Vegas is underway. Nick Way, a pretty good start on the inside corner. The Suzuki of Pingree, 23, is right there.
Fonseca went down in the first corner. What an advantage right now for Nick Way. Ramsey's mid-pack.
Now Pingree's in a good position there in second place, there's no doubt about that. Tyler Evans is in third, and there's Fonseca once again trying to make his way up through the crowd.
He's only got one rider behind him, and that's Pro Circuit's Billy Payne. Sellards just in front of Fonseca as we go back out front.
Fonseca in 21st.
Probably because of his aggressive riding in the beginning, it handed Fonseca his first loss. It was Lytle. I thought Lytle had a good chance know, he led so many races up to the very end and then got passed. I thought, what if he could get the whole shot here and just run away with this? He's still got a chance. Only got a couple of riders in front of him. Both of them are tough. Way is motivated. Pingree looked great in his heat. Way looks like he's riding his own race to this point. Already, I haven't seen him really worry too much or look around for Pingree. Here he comes, though.
Pingree with all kinds of confidence.
Watch Pingree right here. He's going to jump out of the whoop section right here, up onto this plateau. Have a little burst of power up off the top.
Way is down.
That was a big mess.
And Ramsey right there, number 1, in behind them.
Was coming out of the whoop section.
Is that Tyler Evans also in the group? We'll have to double check it.
So now Lytle has the lead.
Casey Lytle, no wins, but 6 podiums on the year. Can he hold on? He lost 6 leads this season as we take another look at what happened. Pingree out front.
Pingree starts to get out of control. Way has nowhere to go. That's the first rule, don't follow.
And there goes Lytle.
And everybody else.
Evans, another angle. Oh, what a great angle. See? Way had absolutely no place to go. Number 43 is behind him. He's coming off his best race of the year at Minneapolis. Won a heat, got a good start, finished in 4th.
And Lytle jumping through that whoop section, perfect. So much faster than this group.
Ramsey and Nick Way, Pro Circuit riders trying to get back up in the top 3. Ramsey in 6th, Fonseca in 10th. The 2 regular season champions. Oh, good battle between Kawasaki riders right now.
So now it almost seems like having that number 1 plate is a bad thing. These guys are having a lot of trouble tonight, both Ramsey and Fonseca.
There's Way against Pingree, number 60. Pingree shutting the door temporarily.
That was nice.
Good move.
Ramsey went all the way to the inside. He's going to get them both.
Nathan Ramsey. Whoa, and they almost came together with Pingree.
Yeah, I didn't think Pingree had any room to come in there and bump him, but he...
Look at Pingree pop in there on the inside.
He wants it.
Ramsey, a good tough move to stay there. Look at the anxious mechanics giving their orders. Focus, you're better.
You can't read any of that. If you're a rider, you're going, which one? I just want to make mine this big little orange or something that I can see.
Lytle, Evans, Preston, Ramsey, and Way. That's our current order. Back to Sam Boyd Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Here's the battle going on within the race. Look at that. Ramsey makes the pass on Evans. Now he's got a battle going for the lead. Nathan Ramsey cuts to the inside on Lytle. Nathan Ramsey has had an unbelievable evening.
You know, there's a lot of emotion going on right now in his pit. And I know he just can't believe what's happening. He may not even realize he's in the lead right now. So much has happened during this race, and Lytle just gave it to him.
And what about his mechanic? He had to darn near put the bike together after the qualifying heat.
He'll be more tired than Nathan, and the mechanics get into this as well. Their heart rate's right around the same as the riders.
Ramsey having to go to the LCQ to qualify for the main event. Had 2 3-digit riders go down in front of him, and he was able to qualify. Tyler Evans now trying to make a move on Casey Lytle. Oh, nice move. Evans looking over at the halfway point to Casey Lytle.
What a ride for Evans. It's just getting better, and I think Lytle's getting tired. I can't believe this is nerves at this point in the race.
Here's the move for the lead, Dave.
Well, number 1 right there, Ramsey getting by Tyler for 2nd. I think Lytle right there in the blue ahead didn't realize that Ramsey was that close, and as they approach that next corner,
he went by him.
Yep.
Teammates, Yamaha Troy, Fonseca inside Casey Lytle.
Lytle just gives up another position right there. He just gave it up. Usually if your arms are going to pump up, they pump up in the beginning of the race, not at the end. And I think it's conditioning. I hate to say that about Casey because I really like him. I like his efforts. But
going down is Danny Smith, 58. The FMF rider really took a tumble.
This is a difficult racetrack. If you're going to get tired on one, I guess this would be the one. But I mean, Casey was in 3rd place, Fonseca was in last. Both Tyler Evans and Ramsey can be proud of this. Good ride for Way, too.
The checkers for Nathan Ramsey. Oh, look at Brady. Ramsey, Evans, Way, Fonseca will be our order as Tyler Evans comes across. He might not even race the 250s after the exuberation that he feels right now, taking 2nd place in the shootout. Hey, Supercross is brought to you by ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more information, go to ESPN.com, part of Go Network. Go.com.